Hallå och välkommen tillbaka till ett färskt avsnitt av Aokana. Idag så vet jag inte vad som händer. Förra gången så var vi ute och åt någon glass. Och sen så dansade vi lite och det var det. Idag så händer någonting annat. I'll go shopping on my own, just det. Och förmodligen så kommer det inte vara on my own. Men det får vi se. I spent my entire Saturday on a private coaching session of sorts. So I'll go shopping on my own today. There's a book I want to get and a place I want to check out. I've only had Flying Circus on the brain for the last while, so this should be a nice change of pace. Precis. Det var ett tag när vi träffade henne så... Well, we're neighbors, so this sort of thing is bound to happen every once in a while. Still, the fact that we even opened the door and looked at each other at the exact same time is pretty awkward. Curse my bad luck. Where are you going? Nowhere special. I just wanted to do some shopping. Oh, I see. How about you? I'm also heading out to go shopping. I see. Wow, what a coincidence. You said it. Ha 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 ha. We both laugh and smile awkwardly in unison. Well, I guess I'll be on my way now. Yeah, same here. So, where are you heading? Fukuru Island's Iron Mall. Oh! Why are you so surprised? It's pretty much the only place you can... The only place. Exactly. I'm guessing we're going to the same place then. Right. Talk about coincidence. Don't go getting all suspicious of me now. The weather's great again today. The sky is so clear that you can see all the way to the shores of the other islands. Today you should put on your gravity shoes and go on a short trip. Who knows, something good might happen. That's what I heard on TV earlier. Yeah, something good happened alright. Varför är han så sur för hela tiden? That's the last time I followed their advice. Men vad är problemet? Jag fattar inte. I mean, yeah, going shopping with a cute girl sounds great and all, but the reality is that we've just been flying silently this whole time. Screw that TV show and the good weather to boot. Well, to be fair, our problems are strictly personal. Can't blame the TV show or weather for that. Yeah. I'm sorry to ask this, but could you clear things up for me? What do you want me to say? That us running into each other and heading to the same place together is a complete coincidence. Huh? Didn't I already say that? I want to hear you say it again. Okay. How's that gonna change anything? I'm really confused, but whatever. It's pure coincidence that we're together right now. Right, it must be a coincidence. Anything else would be straight up impossible. Of course, completely impossible. Nu försvann min katt. Vart tog han vägen? Han gick åt lite mat. There's also no way I'd ever ask you out either. The possibility itself is non-existent. Non-existent, huh? Was that alright? Ichinose? That's what you wanted to hear, right? Well, yes. Ichinose looks pretty angry for some reason. Focus on where you're going, otherwise you may end up flying too far. She says as she turns her face away from me in a huff. Huh? What did I do wrong here? There's no way I'll figure that out on my own. In the end, the atmosphere between us makes it clear that the TV show was way off base. The Iron Mall on Fukura Island is a huge shopping mall that's managed by Iron. Well, which is a big supermarket downtown. Okay. Tetsu Shopping Mall. The population may be growing, but this is still a pretty rural area, so there's no other place to go for all our shopping needs. I'm going to Samantha Endra on the second floor. I'm going to United Guns. Va? Which is also on the second floor. Vad finns där? Huh? Look, I didn't pick where they placed the stores. Calm down. Considering everyone goes there, it's fairly common to run into people you know on the weekend. And because of that, it's not an ideal location for a date if you're trying to keep your relationship on the down low. Obviously we're not dating. My point is that people might mistake us for a couple if they see us together. We should split up right away. Do we really have to worry? Of course we do. I'm glad we get along so well, but we're from rival schools. Yeah, I know. I would like to refrain from doing things that would make us look suspicious. We aren't exactly in our neighborhood right now, so... Right. She's overthinking this, but I guess that makes sense for such a serious, diligent girl. I wonder if she can even properly unwind and relax. I'll kill some time here, so you can go ahead. No. I'll wait here. You go first. Hey, cat. Hi, cat. Hej på dig, katt. Hej, katt. Hej. Var maten god? Ska du ligga där ett tag? I don't need you to act considerate. Please, just go. Ichinosu gets behind me and starts pushing me toward the escalator. But I know she wants to prevent any chance of us getting seen together. But doesn't this make us look even more suspicious? What's keeping you? Hurry! Fine, just quit pushing me. What if... I stopped myself from saying, what if someone sees us, just in case. After all, I know that would probably just jinx us. Unfortunately, I'm too late. Vem är det? Sato-in-san. Jaha, det var lite oväntat faktiskt. Det var inte riktigt henne jag trodde vi skulle stöta på här, men okej. You? A familiar girl comes down the escalator and addresses me at that exact moment. Masuya Hinata and Ichinose-san. The senpai. The two of us just stare at her in shock as she stands before us. The girl, Reiko Satoin, I mean, also looks surprised at first, but... She quickly narrows her eyes and closely examines us. I see you two are getting along quite well. Not at all. Not at all. Ichinosu and I leap back in sync. Plus, we even shake our heads at the same time as we spout the exact same words of denial. What has brought you here on this lovely day, Sato-san? It's Satoin. Man, she never lets that one slide. Inte ni heller, så. What has brought you here on this lovely day, Satoin-san? I honestly can't be like Shindo-san, so I just repeat my question with the correct name. I hear that construction work was almost finished, so I came to check on the progress. Construction work? That's right, on the skywall that my father company is involved in. Skywall. Oh. Well, I'm surprised to hear that name. Skywall, what's that? Guess I should fill her in. It's a famous part of the mall, an observation deck that's located on the roof. Really? I've been to this mall several times, but this is the first I've heard of that. That's only natural. It's been closed for quite a while now. How long? About 3 years. About 3 years. It was open back when I was a kid, though. We were left with no other choice. I'll have you know that revising anti-earthquake measures is quite a handful. Understood the revising and the reversing. Revising. However, Sato-san shouts as she holds up her hand. Our Satoi conglomerate shall undoubtedly transform it into a magnificent observation deck that is worthy of the name Skywall. Well, she's not adding an in to the company name at least. Skywall in. Makes me wonder though. Sato conglomerate. What exactly does the family do? I would love to see it. It's the same. I see. I'll finally get to look out at the night sky from that observation deck again. I gaze up a little as I recall the sight. Unfortunately, you can't. Huh? Why not? It seems construction will continue into next month, which is why I am so disappointed. Sato-san heaves a weary sigh. I guess she's been looking forward to it quite a bit. Oh, okay. That's too bad. Yeah. Huh, wait a second. That means Sato-san is done with what she came here for, right? So are you free now then? How rude of you to assume that. I may have lost my original objective, but I am currently very busy doing some serious thinking. Pretty sure that's what you call being free. In that case, why don't you hang out with us? We also just ran into each other. It should be more fun with free people. Right. Right. And this should also help calm Ichinose down. Oh my, are you certain I won't get in the way? I am, you're totally welcome. Very well then, I shall take you up on that offer. I just so happen to be rather bored right now. There's something I would like to purchase on the second floor. May I ask you to accompany me? Sure, sounds good. Let us be on our way then. Sato-san turns around and makes her way over to the escalator. Hinata-san, what was that all about? We're not alone anymore, which solves our problem, right? That's true, but Sato-senpai had her own plans. The way the conversation was going, it would have been weird for us to go our separate ways. Ichinose gives me a light nod. Okay, let's go. She said the second floor, right? Yes. Ichinose? Let's go. Ichinose also walks off to the escalator without sparing me a second glance. Did I do something wrong? Ichinose did look relieved, but she also seemed kind of disappointed. It's hard to get a read on her when she's like that. Man, I just don't get her. Well, whatever. I should just follow them before they lose me. Huh? Where did Ichinose go? I get back from the restroom and see that Ichinose is gone. Sato-san is just quietly sitting on a bench by herself. She said she had something she wanted to take a look at, but also mentioned it wouldn't take very long. Oh, okay. Guess we should just wait here then. I take a seat next to Sato-san. I must say, however, we have some fine weather today. Right. Perfect for flying circus. That is true. Shame on me. How will I ever improve when I'm not using a day like this to... Oh my, I almost fell for your trap. A skillfully placed question to trick me into revealing crucial information, huh? You're wrong. I was just making small talk. I should have expected no less from the man our president has acknowledged. How very frightening. I swear that's not what I was trying to do, Sato-san. Sure, this is a great day for practice, but taking some time to relax is also important, isn't it? Well, I cannot deny that. If you do nothing but practice, you'll get sick of it soon enough. Personally, that's a constant problem I have to deal with as a coach. There isn't much time left until the tournament, so it's only natural to want to buckle down and grind out as much practice as you can. However, if you go overboard, you'll start to hate flying. And in order to avoid that, you need to keep the fun alive. Otherwise, you'll most likely burn out. There's no one who knows that better than me. Well, I guess from Takafuji's perspective, what I'm saying must sound naive. It is exactly as you say. Sato-san interrupts me with those words. Flying circus is a sport that utilizes your entire body. If a skywalker allows exhaustion to overtake any part of them, they will quickly find themselves unable to advance in any meaningful manner. Strategy is also an important factor, which is why, in order to be successful, you must have a deep love for the sport. You must be prepared to dedicate yourself fully toward it. Wow. You are correct, I understand. That's a little surprising. Based on her initial reaction and Takafuji's general reputation, I figured Sato-san would be in favor of more practice. She's earned my respect here. I guess she's a lot more interesting than I first thought. And that's what has me worried. Worried? About what? About Ichinose-san. She tends to often push herself too hard. I see. She isn't the vice president for nothing. Satoin-san seems to know Ichinose quite well. Given how diligent and talented she is, becoming a starter was no problem for her. However, she won't be able to go any further at this rate. She needs to think more flexibly in order to overcome any hurdles she may face. Yeah, I agree. Perhaps she can grow further by taking up the cloak and responsibility as Ichinose-in, much like I did as Sato-in. The fuck? Yeah, no. That last statement aside, I feel like she's helped me understand why Takafuji is so strong. Well, I want to make my players grow to love flying circus from the bottom of their hearts. That's why I give them as many breaks as they want. Is that your ultimate goal? No. Making them fall in love with flying circus is just the start of the journey. Now that I return to the world I once threw away, I have to make sure none of them end up like me. That's the one thing I swore to do. Next thing I know, Sato-san is staring at me. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. It would appear Kunahama has found itself a very skilled coach. Huh? Anyway. Sato-san fans herself using her hand as if to drive away the humid air. The weather may be great, but I can't stand this humidity. Agreed. The rain is obviously the biggest problem, but the humidity, which chips away at motivation, is also pretty problematic. We're in the middle of the rainy season, huh? Which brings a whole host of problems with it. Speaking of the rainy season, yes. You remember Tobisawa, yeah? You know what she told me? Hej! Vänta, det är jättesvårt att göra de här två tillsammans. You know how seaweed soup was invented, right? Det blir bara fel. Well, near the end of the Edo period, there was this fisherman. It was the rainy season and he was boiling rainwater he collected when some seaweed that was stuck to his clothes fell in, and boom, seaweed soup. Amazing, right? Det går typ inte. Morgan, inte där. Du ska inte upp på den. Du får stanna här. Du får stanna här. Du får stanna här, Morgan. Du får stanna här, Morgan. Can you believe it? Oh. She says stuff like that all the time. Weird, right? I was trying to make Sato-san laugh at Misaki's fake trivia, but that doesn't seem to have worked. I have learned something new. Thank you, Masaya Hinata. Huh? What the hell? For some reason, Sato-san has a proud look on her face. Hey, wait, that's not actually true. I'm sorry for making you wait. Ichinose returns right as I try to explain myself. She's holding a box. I went to get this. She says as she holds out the box, which seems to be made from oiled paper. And as I look at it, I see a bunch of brown lumps inside. The front is adorned with a drawing of a cartoon chicken and the word chickenlicious. Okay. Is that fried chicken? Yes! A brilliant smile breaks out on Ichinose's face. In fact, it's so bright that I'd say it's the best one I've ever seen on her. I heard they had a pop-up stall, so I rushed right over. They're from Nakatsu City, which is famous for their delicious fried chicken. It has 5 stars on Yelp, and they are even having a sales campaign in Kyushu. Oh, did you know the owner used to work as a gourmet chef at a hotel? And also, the soy sauce they use is special, but the owner won't tell anyone the recipe, which is why no one on the internet has been able to reproduce it. Their whole business is shrouded in mystery. There's hardly ever any information on their pop-up stall, so when I learned they were here today, I got excited and... Satoin-san and I just stare at her blankly as she prattles on excitedly. Hey, bye. Anyway, Ichinose holds out the box to us. Would you like to try some? She's offering both of us fried chicken. Sure. Ichinose is usually extremely calm and collected, but this has her on edge. Must mean this is really delicious. I take a piece out of the box and pop it into my mouth. Whoa, this is incredible. The fact that it's freshly fried is key, but the juice from the meat is also rapidly spreading through my mouth, which truly brings out the chicken's umami content. This has to be the best fried chicken I've ever had. Munch, munch, Does Satoin-san feel differently? She's just silently chewing with a grimace on her face. I suppose this kind of fast food can't... This is delicious. Satisfy you. Satoin-san's expression gradually softens, then she proceeds to take notes on her phone while nodding to herself. Would this also work with fish? I must speak to our head chef right away. I don't really get what she's saying, but it seems she's enjoyed it. I'm glad. I have to say though. It's so good. This is heaven. I never expected to see Ichinose stuffing her cheeks with fried chicken. Maybe she does know how to unwind after all. I didn't expect to meet you two here today, but I had a great time. Same here. If I remember correctly, you two live near each other, correct? Yes, by some strange stroke of luck. Ichinose replies immediately. Man, I wonder which Ichinose is the real one. This one or the one who was eating fried chicken? Alright, I shall be on my way now. Satoin-san starts to walk toward the terminal. And upon seeing that, Ichinose's expression quickly changes to one of unease. Senpai, you're not flying home, are you? She sounds terrified as she asks that. Weird. Of course I am. I flew here after all. Satoin-san replies as she flips her hair back with her hand. I figured. Is that a problem? Ichinose's face is turning bright red for some reason. What's wrong? Watch, you'll understand soon enough. She mutters in a feeble voice. Satoin-san, on the other hand, simply turns her back to us and gets ready for liftoff. Well then, I shall excuse myself. She raises her hand and... Grant I sir blessings to my wings. Huh? You serious? She shouts an overly dramatic activation sequence without any hint of embarrassment, then follows it up with more. Let us meet again on the battlefield, Masaya Hinata. Så jag gillar henne, det är synd att inte hon har en route. She flies off, leaving only those words behind. Everyone around us is giggling as we blush and try to hide our faces. Tell me. Sure. Has that always been her activation sequence? Ichinose nods. She said she hasn't changed it. She said she hasn't changed it since the first time she put on gravity shoes. Grant me Dinah's sir blessing. Eller vad hon nu sa. Men då man kan ha hur lång som helst eller man bara kan ha typ en bokstav. Ja, man kan ha hur kort som helst liksom. Seriously, man. I thought I'd see the day when someone beat our president in a battle of weird activation sequences. Reiko Satoin. You're strong in more ways than one. That's it for shopping. Glad I managed to get what I wanted. We're currently flying back to Kunahama Island. The atmosphere was sort of strained on the way to the mall, but now it's... I want to say that's not the case anymore, but that would make me a liar. Ichinose hasn't said a single word since we took off. I don't think I've said or done anything to upset her, so she's probably not in a bad mood or anything, but... should I say something? I need to somehow start a conversation. Satoin-san's activation sequence sure was something. No, we already exhausted that topic. Besides, talking about someone behind their back isn't exactly a good conversation to have. You really enjoyed that fried chicken, huh? That won't fly either. That might end up rubbing her the wrong way if she's embarrassed by how she acted. Thanks again for your help during the training camp. Yeah, that should work. Lots of things happened during the training camp, and not all of them were positive, so I'd better not go into any detail. Still, it should be a good conversation starter. Before I can finish what I'm going to say. Ichinose beats me to the punch. I want to apologize for today. Huh? For acting like I didn't want to be alone. For acting like I didn't want to be alone with you and insisting that it was pure coincidence. See, the truth is, I was never afraid of spending time with you, and I don't have a negative opinion of you either. But I made it seem like I do, which is why I've been meaning to apologize this whole time. So, I'm sorry. Oh, I would have done the same if I was in your shoes. Don't worry about it. Really? Yeah. And I don't just mean because our clubs are competing. I have to consider that she's more of an upstanding person than me, so of course she'd care about what other people might think. Yeah, it all makes sense. I may think she's worrying too much, but it's not my place to scold her for that. Well, I had fun shopping with you today. That's all that matters, right? I had fun too. Ichinose turns toward me as she says that. Oh, I see. Yeah. She cast her eyes down, clearly looking flustered. I feel a little relieved now. I never once thought she hated being with me, but I did used to think I made her feel uncomfortable. Hearing her say that she likes spending time with me is a huge load off my mind. Lucky me. Anyway, it seems our coincidental shopping trip has ended on a positive note. Plus, I've even learned more about her thanks to all this. Thank you for this. She thanks me as she grips the plushie I gave her earlier. It was the 6th prize in the lottery I participated in at the mall. The very same Mr. Shit plushie I know all too well. I was hoping I'd never see it again, but it found its way to me the very next day. I'm totally cursed, aren't I? Huh? Oh, the plushie, you mean? You really don't need to thank me for that. Of course I do. It's a present from you, so I'm going to cherish it. Cherish it. I'm gonna cherish you. I'll challenge you to a duel. A duel. Sure, do what you want with it. I just want to sever all ties with it personally. I'll treasure it like it's you. No, I take back what I just said. That's the one and only thing you can't do. Is this some weird trend I missed or what? If this keeps up, I'll never get away from that plushie. Please, anything but that. Okay, see you. Yeah. She waves her hand at me in an awkward fashion, then tenderly presses Mr. Shitwinter's... What the fuck? Then tenderly presses Mr. Shit into herself as she walks away. Constant meaning. Hold on, she didn't just ignore me, right? Phew, she was acting a bit strange there at the end. I totally... Oh, vänta. I totally get a vibe. Oh, I totally got a vibe too, huh? I wonder why she gets all nervous when I talk to her. It doesn't seem to happen when she was with other people. Hoi, well, what do you think, huh? It's obviously because you're not like them to her, I do. Guess so, man. Guess so. Man, I didn't notice that at all. Just like I didn't notice you there. What the fuck? A little weird, man, okay. I turn around and briskly walk over to the girl who just spoke to me. Hey, coach. Don't get too close, huh? I'm a real serious journalist, but even I can't help but get a little flustered, so, God Morgan. Explain yourself, Hosaka. Well, it's a coincidence, huh? A total coincidence, I swear. You don't say. I can't let my guard down around her. She may have been following me around to write some trashy hit piece. Wait, does she already have enough info for that? How long? Huh? I'm asking how long you've been watching us. Huh, I saw how you flew off together while pretending it was coincidence. And then I also saw how you got rid of the other girls so you two could fly back alone, eh? Oi. Why only those parts? This is bad. It had to be her of all people. Why? And to make matters worse, she only saw the worst possible moments. Oh, don't worry. I'm not planning on publishing an article titled Tragic News, Coach Spotted Philandering or anything. We both know that's exactly what you were planning to do. I smell danger. If I let her get away now, I'm doomed. Fork over the memory card. Fork over it, you fork. You flying fork. What? The memory card. You recorded us, didn't you? And knowing you got pictures and video. Hand everything over, now. Oh, sorry, I can't help you, man. And that excuse won't help you. Hey, coach, stop it. Hey, you. Vänta lite. Okay. I pull her camera out of her hands. Now, what do we have here? Let's see what she has saved. Oh, this can't be. I opened the folder where the data should be stored, but there was nothing inside. It's empty. Hosaka sticks up a finger and shakes it left and right in a patronizing manner as I stand there, baffled by the stunning revelation. I use Wi-Fi. I use Wi-Fi to upload the data I record to my server for an FTP. As journalists, they can never be too careful, Why are you so damn cautious? I'm totally doomed now. I guess my only choice is to permanently silence you. I close in on her as I say that. Wait, hold up. Calm down, man. Nowadays we can take care of these things without turning to violence, That only works when you're dealing with a reasonable person. Oh, listen, I promise not to write an article on that, okay? I seriously won't tell anyone, trust me. I stop in my tracks. Really? Oh, really? Hell, if I wrote about a scandal at our own school, I'd hurt Kunahama's chances of winning. Osaka is technically part of the Kunahama Academy Broadcasting Club. And any person who loves their school would have a hard time doing something that would put it at a disadvantage. To be honest, I have a hard time believing you. Oh, come on. At least keep that to yourself. Vad stod det? Any person who loves their school would have a hard time doing something. Kunahama Academy. Jag vet inte. If you want me to trust you, prove you deserve it. You want proof, huh? Proof, huh? Oh. Hosaka ponders for a while. Gotcha. Let me tell you all about a mysterious new challenge I learned about from my detective work. Did she just say detective work? When did she stop being a journalist exactly? Well, maybe she just got so into digging for info that detective work is more fitting. Who are you talking about? Check this out, huh? Hosaka pulls out a tablet from her bag, enters her password and starts to look around for an image. There's some talk going round about a real strong school. Takafuji? Takafuji's already strong, so how'd that be news? No, I'm talking about Kairyu Academy. Kairyu. I feel like long ago, and by long ago I mean back when Aoi-san was still a Skywalker, they used to have a strong flying circus club. But I haven't heard much about them lately. Apparently they got their hands on some genius. You mean someone they actively recruited? That's not all too unusual in the world of sports. Then again, we're talking just flying circus here. There have probably been cases like that with Takafuji in the past, but other than that, I haven't really heard of anything like that happening. Oh, anyway, I managed to get a picture of that person. Seriously? Oh, in exchange for giving you this exclusive info, that the whole thing about me watching you slide. Hosaka suddenly stops the finger she's been sliding over the tablet. Oh, found it, look! Who could it be? Someone from overseas? Nah, I doubt someone from Europe or America would come here. Flying circus is way more advanced over there. Yes, it is. But what other options are there? Various possibilities spin around inside my head. Let's see. I look at the picture. Det kommer vara någon han känner igen, jag lovar. And then... Ouch! Well, what's that for? That's what I want to know. I can't make out anything on that picture. That's right. This picture is useless. The whole thing is one huge blur. How exactly am I supposed to tell how amazing this person is from such a blurry picture? You may as well post it on some UFO conspiracy site. Don't go blaming me. Getting even this one picture took a lot out of me. I thought I was gonna die, you know. What are you talking about? Well, I snuck into this school and let me tell you, making it past their security was a real dozy. What an idiot. There was no need for her to be so reckless. If she got caught and they found out what school she was from, we'd have been facing a real scandal. Listen, that play was godly. I mean, like, I saw them do a bunch of stuff I've never seen before. Like, I can't really put it into words. I'll show you with hand gestures, so you can give me some space here, huh? Sure. So can you give me some space? I do as I'm told and back away from her. And at that moment, you lay guard down me, säger han, säger Hinata. Hosaka dashed about 10 meters away from me in an instant. Damn it, you tricked me. How'd I fall for that? Hey, stop right there. A journalist never yields, huh? Anyway, watch out for Karyu Academy. Unfortunately, Hosaka successfully makes her escape. Man, what's with that girl? Karyu Academy, huh? Karyu hasn't been on our radar at all, and I don't see a need to pay any specific attention to them. Special attention to them. It's more important to try to catch up with Takafuji. Listening to Hosaka's weird rumors would be a complete waste of time. Guess I'll head home for now. I decide to put those thoughts aside as I turn toward my place. The sun has already begun to set, dyeing the surroundings in the red color of a summer evening. By the time I get back home, I've almost completely forgotten Hosaka's words. Aokana. A few days have passed since my outing. Okej, vi ska ta och sluta här. Nu tror jag det har gått ganska lång tid igen. 37 minuter, inte jättefarligt. Okej, men det här avsnittet är slut i alla fall. Så jag får tacka så mycket för att ni har tittat på det här avsnittet utav Aokana. Så hörs vi i nästa avsnitt. Fram tills dess så får ni ha det bra. Så hörs vi imorgon helt enkelt. Tack för att ni har kollat. Hej då!